Hey, folks, it is always a pleasure to have you join 3 at 3. And as you know, 3 at 3 comes your way at 3 o'clock. Depending where I am, I may or may not be in front of the computer at that time. But nonetheless, we have done the trades. And as you might see, I had to pick up some stuff for a party we're having down here. But let's get started with 3 at 3. I am John Najarian, unusual option activity. Yeah, that happens almost every day in some huge cases. It happens up to 30, 40 times a day. Right now, we're seeing a lot of bets being placed in both calls and puts. I'll have 2 examples of calls today and one of a put that was pretty significant, so we wanted to point it out to you. So with that said, let's get started with the first of today's 3 at 3, Snowflake. And SNOW, Pete talked about it on the take, I believe John said yesterday, John Farrow, that is. And we had it just a day before they came out and blew away and got a bunch of people excited. I can't remember if it was JP Morgan took them to overweight, but somebody big took them to overweight this morning. Watch my 60-second video to see that. But the great news for us folks was they were in buying yesterday. And so whoever was buying yesterday, they are very happy today. We followed them yesterday. Stock was roughly 125. Today it's touched 140 a couple times. And right now they're buying the snow tomorrow expiring 140 calls. So in other words, they're saying, even though it's had a big $15 run, maybe there's more to go. So for that reason, we have taken profits on a lot of those August 125s that we had. And then I rolled up to the 135s. Now I've rolled up to the August 140s. And I took a shot on these tomorrow expiry 140s in June. So those are the June 24th expiring 140 calls. Bang. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping that that magic holds. But yeah, what a great trade this one was. And again, Pete talked about it on the take yesterday. I talked about it this morning when it popped to 131. And now it's 140. So go figure. It's a great day. It's also a great day for a company that is what I like to call a portfolio company of mine, Quintus, CUEN. This is a payments processing company. So imagine that you had, for instance, a mother-in-law or your mother working down in Mexico, and you had come to the United States, immigrated here, and you'd like to send her money. Obviously, in the old days, people used to go to a money exchange and get charged, maybe dinged 10%, sending that money down to Mexico. And then the person you're sending it to would have to go walk into another money store down there. And especially if they're an older person, people know why they're there, going into that money store. And sometimes they get robbed or worse. So what this company, Quintus, does is they ride the rails of one of the biggest payments companies on earth, and you can, from your Quintus card, send money to somebody else anywhere in the world, and they can get it on their Quintus card. It just pops up, shows up there on their Quintus card, and even if they're unbanked, and some 1.7 billion people in the world are unbanked. So you can imagine it's difficult to talk about a debit card or whatever with somebody who isn't banked. But with a Quintus card, you can. And the good news is that our portfolio company, Quintus, again, it's CUEN, and what they announced today was that they've expanded their operations in Mexico. They have a new LATAM, Latin America, headquarters in Mexico City. So keep an eye on this one, folks. Full disclosure, I own a bunch, CUEN, and I have very optimistic and positive outlook for this stock. So I'm hoping that Quintus, with the market stabilizing a little and perhaps getting ready to make an up move, Quintus can be one of those that outperforms. And most of us would call that alpha. All right, let's get back to 3 at 3. That one was Quintus. First one was Snowflake, and that was for that unusual buying of the 130. I'm sorry, in Snowflake, they had bought yesterday the 125s. Now today they've been buying those 140s. So as far as what else is going on, FCX, which is Freeport-McMoRan, big buying in Freeport. It's down hard today. Love seeing people buy when it's down, and that's what they're doing. They're buying calls in here. July 33 calls and August 30 August 30 calls in FCX, Freeport-McMoRan. Stock's down. It's below 29. They're buying the 30s in August and the 33s in July. A lot of buying in here. So I had to join in, increased the stake. I had a small stake. I increased my stake dramatically because of this buying on this big drop today. Bang. All right. Third and final of today's 3 at 3 is EWC. So that's like EWC. This is an ETF for Canada. This particular ETF is very heavy on the fin side, that's financials or fintech, as well as energy. I think almost 60% of the ETF is in those two sectors alone. So is it this? I told you I had one, and 7,000 of those September 31 puts with this particular ETF trading at 33. So I'm buying the 33 strike and selling lower strikes against it, 1-to-1, which is how I always like to play. So that's EWC, an ETF for Canada, heavy on fintech, heavy on energy, and they're buying downside puts. Hey, that's going to do it for us today, folks. Encourage you to check out marketrebellion.com/Dallas for our Dallas event that's going on the 21st through 24th of September. Just a quick recap: Snowflake buying tomorrow expiring 140s. FCX buying July 33s and Aug 30s. And lastly, EWC buying puts and then selling lower strikes against it. They were buying the 31 puts with that ETF trading at 33. Thank you for joining me today, folks. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll be on the halftime report, by the way, as well. So, bang, I'll see you then.